how you can utilize your story, your brand, your mission, and actually grow more and create more to attract more people and actually get the financial security and the status that you've always been looking for. Sometimes the best way to move forwards is to take a step back. And there is a meaning behind why I've just started the video like this. So hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to be opening up about why I haven't actually posted a video in a week, even though I said I was going to push forward with this and post all the time. And slightly annoyed that I didn't do it, but at the time, it's a very natural habit. And I think many other entrepreneurs and business owners will understand that when you get this idea in your head and you just want to work on it and make it work and come to life, you just go all in on it. And sometimes it's easy to forget about documenting it over the fact that you're trying to work on the process and obviously just improve things. So I hope you've been good. I hope everyone's keeping well. Now, there is an evolution of my business coming. I said openly on this, I was going to document as much of it as I can to showcase people how I keep moving forward, how I evolve with all of this, and what happens with the business. So I was talking, we had our big event last Friday, which I'll shove up some content on the screen. Went really well. With most events, especially running free events and so on, a few people pulled out last minute, which wasn't great. But at the same time, the people that turned up got loads of value from it. They took loads of notes down, like everyone was like really thick and fast writing everything. So that was phenomenal. On the Monday morning after the event, full of ideas, full of just happiness of how things went. And obviously we signed up some new clients, which was phenomenal. I went round to the local food truck where they often make me like a little protein box, which is absolutely incredible. And I was stood there talking to them and they were asking about Dubai because I've been there a number of times. They said, oh, you go, you know, what's it like? You know, what's it like with the kids and so on. Got talking away and a property guy who I'd never met before, I only found out he did property afterwards, came and stood behind me. And then I got introduced to him, talking about like his journey and his vision with everything and what he does. Started talking more about the brand around things and how he could obviously showcase what he does for a living and how he helps people obviously find property in Dubai and London and so on. And it dawned on me in that moment that the identity unlock and the business I had set up was the reason why things weren't progressing forward. And the reason why I hadn't noticed it before is I've been so busy looking at everyone else's to try and improve theirs, I forgot about stopping and starting with mine. And that is literally me to a T. I will make sure that yours is working first before mine, just purely because that's what my vision was. I wanted to help people and I wanted to get clear on it and I wanted to keep testing myself and showcasing to myself what I can learn and what I can pick up and also what we can achieve. But it was in that moment, it literally, the penny dropped and I went, the identity lock can't be any more. It doesn't make sense for what we're doing, what we're moving forward with, how we want to operate with things. And so times, I need to move forward. I need to make changes. Now, I've been somewhat open on this channel and saying that, you know, with going from having a multi-six-figure photography business, the identity unlock last year did incredibly well, but I've had a little bit of a downward spiral with things, and there is a reason behind it. Some of it's personal, and I'll admit that I probably got myself into a headspace where I just kept seeing red. I just kept seeing, like, not anger, but like negatives, and I won't say it was like depression, but it was very depressive. Like I was struggling to find my positive energy, feel that person again. And maybe I do lean into my emotions a touch more. Like I was very much raised by, you know, my dad was out at work a lot, and, you know, I was around my mum a lot. And, you know, there's a lot of females in our family as well. But I just couldn't seem to see straight. And I wouldn't necessarily say that's like, oh, I've just become feminine. I was really struggling to see how I was moving forward, how things could change. I created this effectively monster, which has obviously opened my eyes to a very big side of what I do with the business. But I kept seeing just roadblock after roadblock, and so many little things, stupid things have happened in that time. And I will admit it's been challenging. It was actually a video that I saw Bedros Keuilian talking about you're not actually depressed, which really triggered me to think, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not depressed. I have a very happy, healthy family at home. We have lots of opportunities. But my mind kept going into that place, probably because of poor sleep, probably because of me having too much caffeine and trying to get past the sleep issues. But also at the same time, because things weren't working and I wasn't taking that like second to stop. So this camera here that I'm pointing at now, I left that at a TV studio when I did some recent filming. So I knew I needed to go and collect it. And I just happened to know that there was a coffee shop over the road from there, Starbucks. And I was like, right, I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna go and get my camera, and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna literally stop and go, what does this need to be? And I'd had a few words in my head of things that would make sense and terms that I liked the sound of and the vision of what I wanted to do, because the identity unlock was brilliant at bringing people out of their shell and getting them to do more. But from the way it's named, it's very much about a personal journey. And for most people, even though it is a personal journey, they want to showcase the business. They want to grow the business. They want to grow the brand and everything to do with business. So it couldn't be the identity unlock anymore. However, what we've done with that is effectively made it into a pillar of the program. So now the pillars of the program are very much about brand. So it's about using your story, creating a brand around it, having a personal mission, and also just the clarity in where you're heading and who you're working with. Then we've got the business progress side of things. How can you push more? How can you do more? How can you achieve more? How can you earn more, better time management, all of that type of stuff. And then we've got the personal side of it, whereas I know and everyone else knows that if you've got personal stuff going on, that is the bit that holds you back. And to some extent, every bit of the personal struggles that I've gone through over the last 6 months have made me a better coach. And I'm fully aware of it. The good thing about this is that it's all combining into bigger lessons of what this new program and new mission is. It's going to make it even better, because if I hadn't have gone through this stuff, I wouldn't have learned so many valuable lessons. So as much as it's been difficult, as much as my barber told me the other day, you've got a few more grays than you ever used to, it's teaching me so much. And at the moment, I'm learning quicker and faster about life and people and processes and going through the thick of all the change with everything. And it's as much as it's been difficult, it's probably everything that I needed for the next stage of my journey. And this is where I'm getting my excitement back. I'm getting my energy back. I'm getting that vision of how I can grow things again and move things forward. So sitting in that coffee shop, what was the whole point behind what we're doing? What's the whole mission? Now, I've always liked being the leader. When I was playing football, when I worked in the television, when I worked in the bike company, I was always the leader. I was always the one that ran events. I was the one that, the photography especially, like I had to lead everything. Like it was always me showcasing to people how to do stuff. So leadership and being a leader has always been something that I've taken a lot of pride in, and I take a lot of responsibility in, and I enjoy it. And I try and help other people lead from the front and showcase they're a leader. I was then trying to put words around it. And obviously I'm going to cut to a screen in a second that is obviously going to show you our new logo and our new brand. So you're getting a bit of a announcement today. But I needed something that made sense. I needed something that had a vision towards it. So I sat down and thought, right, okay, I want to take the person. Nobody wants to tell their story, but they know it's the vital bit that gives them the brand. That's what takes them into it. If you've had deep adversity, I can understand why you might not want to share your story, but also evolving it into part of your brand is massively useful, because then you feel a part of it. When you then look at the business success, because you're then feeling very much like, this is my business, I feel in line with it, I understand it, I've grown with it, and this is what we can do, it then gives you the space to go and push it to more people and grow. Okay, that makes sense. And then what do we need to get out of the person to be able to do that? Well, what are your limits? Where are your hang-ups? Where do we need to push you past? What things can we help you grow and build upon to build a better future? And so when I put this all together, the word leverage came to mind. And the meaning of the word leverage is to take what you've got and get everything out of it. So instead of having to have more, you utilize what you've got, which is what I've always done, because I don't feel like you need everything else. Sometimes you just need to dig deeper inside of yourself and go, what can I do differently? What can I change? So the Leader Leverage Program is the new business name. And as you can see on the screen now, this is the new logo. This is how I wanted to look. And I wanted to run you through, because some people have asked me about, what does this logo mean? I think I've been quite clever with this. And this is something that just sprung into my mind. Love to know in the comments below what you think of the logo. So the bottom bit of it and the darker blue section is effectively meant to be you. That's your base level. That's what you know. And then the business is what you've grown. Okay. But that's two-dimensional. And that's also one of the L's in leader, and obviously the other L was upside down. What we then do is we then take the business owner and the person, and we build them into a 3D product. So we take them from being 2D, either business or personal, and build them into a brand, so that then you've got the three-dimensional aspect of it coming to life. What this also then means is obviously we're building a brand and a package that you can put together for your clients and a resource that they can take away, put into their life and get a result from. So the whole point of this is bringing your character and your personality to life, give you that space to actually grow, but give you a product that you can give to people that's going to make a lot of sense for them to be able to plug into their life and get a result from it. I love it. I sat there and thought, actually, this is exactly what this needs to be. And the reason why I put the gap in there to make it not look like a box is it's almost like there's room for growth. There's room for expansion. There's room for this thing to be bigger. Okay, it's almost like we're going to break the seams of what's capable with you. So this is the Leader Leverage program where we're going to effectively run you through walls. We're going to take you and go, what's your story? What are you capable of doing? How can we produce the content for you that's going to help you get out in front of people, attract new people in, and actually be the business that you want? Then grow the business and build it around you so that you can leverage it more, see where you're losing time, have someone to lean upon to say, could we do it this way? Could we do it that way? And then look at the personal side of things of how you can get more out of it to give you more back. And we've built a 6-month journey into it where you're going to go through the processes of all these things and work on every single element of getting the best out of you and networking and building a community and everything about it. We've also added in more deliverables. So inside of the program, you're going to then get a monthly check-in with me. You're also going to get 2 calls with me a month so that we can obviously go through everything and obviously talk in any details about what you need to improve. You also then get a content review so that we can actually sit there and go, could this be better? How could we do things differently? If I haven't shot the content, how could we then look at what we could do to improve it, to make it better? We're also then going to work on many other elements of obviously giving you more lessons, more sales advice, because I've been doing sales all my life and I've got a coach that's going to come in and help me with more advanced sales, running a business, like scaling a team. The whole point of this is to take you and go, okay, I want to grow this thing and give you the space to be able to do that. So I'm super excited about it. I feel like this is the energy and the leap forward that I've needed and been missing for quite some time. And it's given me the permission to actually evolve and actually produce things that I want. I love the mindset side of things because I've realized that's the main thing that what helps people. But the reality is that you need a package and a process that you go through to get the very best out of you. So that's what we've been building. So I'd love to know what you think. What do you think of the brand, the logo, what I've said about it? If you're listening to this and think it's exciting, please just, obviously, if you know me personally, send me a DM, let me know what you think. But yeah, the Leader Leverage program is coming to light once this is edited and produced. We've obviously got some videos from our event. We've got some branding that's going along with it. And there's a twist that's coming to the content, which is going to help you guys more with understanding how you can utilize your story, your brand, your mission, and actually grow more and create more to attract more people and actually get the financial security and the status that you've always been looking for. So I hope you like this video. This is the story about how I've evolved the brand. I'm probably going to do another video next about actually how I've built this and how I've framed it out, because I realize for a lot of people, actually the building of this stuff is the harder thing. So I'm going to give you literally a laid back, open approach of how I've done it so that you can learn from it too. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and obviously want to follow more of my journey. Like I said, if not, if you want to check out some of my content, send me a DM, hit me up on Instagram. Now I've got a different Instagram address, which is Ben Paul Mark. I'm also going to be creating a content page just for the Leader Leverage program because I'm doing some trialing with content. But yes, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching and I look forward to sharing with you more content very soon.